Hello and welcome to another daily dose of insights powered by Container Exchange. My name is Christian, and every other day we bring to you the key news, stories, and data points that move container markets and hence your business. Today it's Wednesday, so we typically look at some of the charts that move this week. Let me quickly share my screen to give you a little bit more guidance of what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you a snapshot of our insights product. This is sort of market data available on xChange to give our customers a better sort of data baseline to make decisions. This is data from Container Exchange, container trading platforms, carriers, etc., etc. So pretty much all data that we can get a hold of and that we're allowed to display. And what we're looking at here is for high cube cargo-worthy boxes, so second-hand boxes, typically China, Germany, and Netherlands. Some of the average container market prices on the left-hand side. And then very interesting, the locations with the biggest week-on-week growth or drop. And what you can see here is that some of the main ports, so Rotterdam, Hamburg, etc., are really posting significant week-on-week price increases. Of course, the interpretation is near that this might have something to do with the situation in the Red Sea, that the market sort of expects that, especially in Europe, which is sort of on the receiving end of import containers from the Middle East, India, Southeast Asia, and China, that container scarcity will lead to an increase in container prices, and the market is anticipating that. That's at least one interpretation. You then see here sort of a 7-day price change by region, and I think that's also very interesting because on the left-hand side, on the positive side, you have sort of typically the regions that are a little bit less liquid. Also on exchange, you have Latin America, Middle East, ISC. So some regions actually posting sort of healthy price increases over the past 7 days, 7, 8, 9%. And then on the other hand, you have also relatively illiquid regions, South Africa, Japan, Korea, Central Asia, with in parts really posting significant decreases in container prices, which typically point to an oversupply of boxes in those areas. And then in the middle, you see sort of Europe, you see Northeast Asia, which includes China, Southeast Asia, etc., really sort of on a regional level being not very impacted over the 7 days. But of course, as we said above, this is very different if you look at individual locations, especially the main ports that are typically on the receiving end of those import containers. I just chose here Rotterdam and Hamburg just to pick a few. And you can really see here since the beginning of December, since the 4th of December, so over the past roughly 2 weeks and a little bit, so since the situation in the Red Sea started to escalate, prices really have started to increase both in Rotterdam as well as in Hamburg. So of course, the main question is how long will this last? We see the same price trend in jumping freight rates actually, also on the freight rate side. Zenita reports jumps of spot rate of 20 to 30% on the big east-west corridors. But of course, the question is, how long will this last? Or is this just a little bit of a sort of a well-perceived bump in the road, which the carriers are taking advantage of because now capacity is soaked up because container vessels cannot or don't want to transit the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, and have to go around the southern tip of Africa, which soaks up, by some estimates, between 1.4 and 1.7 million TEUs of capacity out of the market, so 5 to 6% of total capacity of the market, which of course in the current situation of overcapacity is a welcome relief for the carriers, also in terms of pricing. Now the question is, how long will this last? How long will it take until the navies of this world, especially looking at Egypt, Great Britain, France, the US, etc., are sort of taking charge of the security situation in the Red Sea. But also there, we've read a couple of articles that this might not be as easy as it sounds. You might have to form convoys, which slow traffic down. You might have to, you might be not so strong against drone boat attacks. So drones, flying drones might be easier to address, but then Houthis might revert back to drone boats that are very difficult to detect, especially in a high traffic area like the Red Sea. So there's a couple of question marks also around the effectiveness of a naval intervention, but this remains to be seen. And until then, a bit of a respite, especially for container traders and, of course, carriers, due to that distraction or disturbance, at least, in the Red Sea. That's it from me, from us for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Have a fantastic start into the week. Into the rest of the week. This is Hump Day. It's Wednesday already. And talk to you all on Friday. Take care.